Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will show it information about cats. The popularity of the cat, especially of pedigreed breeds, has continued to grow. The cat's independent personality, grace, cleanliness, and subtle displays of affection have wide appeal. Typically, cats are creatures of habit. They are inquisitive, but not adventurous, and are easily upset by sudden changes of routine. The ideal household cat has been separated from its mother between the ages of 2 and 4 months, raised in a clean home, kept away from unhealthy animals, and inoculated against common infectious cat diseases. Although cats often enjoy the company of other cats, especially when raised together from kittenhood, introducing a strange cat to other cats in the home can cause stress, aggression, and other behavior problems. Cats are generally less sociable than dogs, who more readily accept a new pack member. A good disposition and good health are important criteria for choosing a cat. Disposition varies only slightly between male and female cats. There are, however, distinct differences in disposition among the various pedigreed varieties. The Siamese, for example, is vocal and demanding, while the Persian is quiet and fastidious. The mixed breed, or alley cat, is a heterogeneous breed of unknown lineage, therefore, its disposition is difficult to assess. By chance, the mixed breed may prove a happier and healthier pet than a pedigreed one. On the other hand, pedigreed cats has resulted in an increase in inherited diseases, a major reason many people prefer mongrels or mixed breeds. Cats should have a diet similar to that of their wild relatives. They are adapted by nature to be flesh eaters, as is shown by their alimentary tract and their dentition. The cat uses its canines to catch and kill prey, the molars to cut it up. Lack of flat surface teeth prevents it from chewing or gnawing. The cat has a short intestine, and its stomach secretes digestive juices that act primarily on meat. Cats, however, like all meat-eating animals, ingest grass and other plants occasionally, and small quantities of vegetables may serve as both a laxative and a hairball remover. Getting as close to the natural carnivorous diet as possible by feeding a low-carbohydrate, meat-based diet can eliminate many of the most common ailments and diseases, which are not only painful for cats but also quite costly. Feline experts advise against ever feeding cats all dry manufactured foods, because cats often grow to prefer those to the degree that they refuse other, healthier foods. Cats reach reproductive age between 7 and 12 months. A breeding female, called a queen, can be in heat, or estrus, as many as 5 times a year. During these periods, which last about 5 days, the cat calls, or caterwauls, intermittently. The gestation period for cats averages 63 to 65 days, and birth usually lasts about 2 hours. The birth is often called kittening, and the kittens are called a litter. The average litter numbers 4, however, the Abyssinian usually has fewer, the Siamese more. Each kitten is born in a separate amniotic sac that is generally broken open at the moment of birth. If it is not, the mother breaks it. She also severs the umbilical cord and eats the placenta, which in many cases stimulates lactation. The kittens are born blind, deaf, and helpless, as are many other carnivores. Their senses begin to function 10 or 12 days after birth. Soon after birth the mother licks her kittens. This action cleans them and helps stimulate their circulation. Kittens at birth lack distinctive coloring, and many do not acquire their characteristic markings and color for weeks. For example, Siamese kittens are white at birth, while blue Persians have tabby markings and black Persians are brown. Unlike wild cats that breed once a year, the domestic cat is capable of bearing up to 3 litters every year. Traditionally, regulation of the cat population was accomplished by the selective killing of the newborn. In modern times, however, sterilization, by means of relatively safe and simple operations known as spaying, neutering, or altering, has become common in affluent societies. Neutering is also viewed as an adaptive measure for indoor life. Castration of the male, ideally around 6 or 7 months of age, helps control the adult male's tendency to spray, to mark objects in and around the house with his own urine. Spaying the female may help reduce the incidence of breast cancer in addition to eliminating uterine diseases and unwanted litters. Neutered cats live longer than non-neutered ones, partly because they have less desire to roam. The average life expectancy for the cat is 10 to 15 years. The oldest cat on record attained the age of 38 years. For many years cat treatments were simply extensions of those given dogs. Now, however, cat disorders of the skin, the eyes, the ears, the various systems, circulatory, respiratory, urinary, digestive, nervous, skeletal, and the blood, as well as contagious cat diseases and external and internal parasites, are studied, so that appropriate preventions and treatments can be developed. Many cats die because their ailments become serious before their general conditions change sufficiently to reveal symptoms of illness. On the other hand, many symptoms used in diagnosing cat ailments are not definitive for given disorders. For example, signs of illness include general symptoms such as a dull coat, lack of appetite, and listlessness. Diarrhea may be a result of serious illness or simply reflect a change in diet. Tearing of the eyes, especially when accompanied by sneezing, may indicate conjunctivitis or a cold. Since, however, sneezing is the cat's only mechanism for blowing its nose, not all sneezing indicates illness. Open sores, usually at the base of the ear, around the mouth, or on the toes, can point to an ear mite or a ringworm infection or to a fight with another animal. Cats are attacked by several kinds of external and internal parasites. External parasites are most generally found in kittens, although they can occur in adults. The most frequent parasites are fleas, but lice, ticks, and ear mites also occur. Internal parasites include roundworms, tapeworms, and protozoan coccidia. Modern veterinary medicine has made all of these easy to control. Cats permitted to wander outdoors are exposed to a variety of hazards, including accidents, attacks from other animals, poisoning, fleas and other parasites, and contagious diseases such as feline-acquired immune deficiency syndrome, AIDS. Cats that kill and eat rodents and other small animals can become infected with the parasitic protozoan Toxoplasma gondii, which can be transmitted to humans and causes the disease toxoplasmosis. Cats that share litter boxes with one another may increase their exposure to Trichomonas foetus, a single-celled flagellated protozoan that resembles Giardia. T. fetus infects the cat's lower intestine, causing diarrhea, which may also contain mucus or fresh blood in some infected cats. Cats have never been bred for economic purposes. Their matings are extremely difficult to control unless the animals are completely confined. There has been relatively little scientific breeding of cats, and the details of breed inheritance in these animals are not well known. Cats are genetically far less plastic than dogs and therefore have not offered the same opportunities to breeders. The size differences between breeds in the domestic dog have no parallel in the domestic cat, nor has anything even remotely approaching the wide range of head shapes and body proportions in different breeds of dogs ever appeared among the cats. In cats, the physical differences between one breed and another are largely differences in color and texture of the coat. The most common coat colors are blotched tabby, black, and orange. The latter term refers to the gene responsible for the expression of creams, yellows, gingers, and reds. Yellow and red can also refer to this group of colors. Solid white is dominant to all other colors. Tortoiseshell, a piebald pattern that results from crossing a black, tabby, or other non-orange color with a color from the orange group, is a sex-linked trait. The orange gene is carried on the X chromosome. Male tortoiseshells have one extra X chromosome, resulting in an abnormal XXY chromosomal pattern. Hence, male tortoiseshells are born only rarely and are usually sterile. Similarly, tortoiseshell and white cats, in North America often called calicos, are almost always female. the number of recognized show breeds that have defined, inherited characteristics has increased dramatically since the late 1950s as cats have become more popular as home companions. The 30 to 40 distinctive breeds can be grouped into two general categories, the long-haired Persian and the domestic shorthair. Both of these breeds occur in various subcategories based on their coat color, such as white, cream, chinchilla, or silver, smoke, tortoiseshell, and tabby, red, blue, and so on. Other distinctive and popular breeds include the Siamese, with seal point, blue point, chocolate point, and lilac point color variations, the long-haired Himalayan, which resembles the Siamese in coloration, and the Abyssinian, Burmese, Manx, Rex, and Russian blue. Thanks for watching.